So it is Geo here, and hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. It is the leaks of the new, second series, second wave of the Lego Harry Potter minifigure line. It is, number 71028, and it is basically a new set of 16 all-new minifigures for, the Harry Potter line. This has been teased, I'd say, since late 2019. I think it was announced around then, and I think the packaging got released around then too, but it's been delayed. We haven't seen any updates up until now. We've gotten 2 leaks of actual minifigures being found, and there has been a photograph of the packaging of the actual case of the minifigures in store. I am quite happy and sad at the same time that there is no Chase minifigure, and as in the Chases, is that usually the one that they only have one in each case. That last one was Grindelwald from the new Fantastic Beasts movie, which wasn't that great, to be quite honest, but he was the Chase minifigure, and he's very hard to come by. Let's actually get into it and look at these 16 minifigures. So first off, we have Harry Potter, and he's not in a Gryffindor uniform, as we saw in the last minifigure. This seems to be an older variant, and it looks like it's from Half-Blood Prince because he has the spell book that was owned by Tom Riddle. So that's a pretty cool minifigure. I can't really tell what the expression is. I'm assuming it looks like an unhappy expression, but it looks like a pretty good minifigure. And jumping from like one of the last movies to one of the first, we have a Dumbledore. I think this is based on the one in the first film. He has the red robes on, and he also has Fawkes the Phoenix. I think this is an upgraded version from the one that we got in the Great Hall, because that set is retiring at the end of the year, and in that set there was actually a brick built Phoenix. So luckily we got a new mold and a better looking minifigure, and that Dumbledore in the Great Hall had posable legs, but this one has a dress piece and objectively looks a lot better. I can't wait to compare the two once I get these sets. 3 and 4 is Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley. They seem to have some beverages in their hands, and they're in casual clothes. I'm thinking this is either Half-Blood Prince or Deathly Hallows Part 1 or 2. I can't quite recognize it, but it looks pretty good. I like the stripes on Ron's sweater and the details on the jeans on both of them. So those look pretty cool. Solid looking designs. Then we have Luna with the Gryffindor lion headdress. We'll be talking about that later because we actually have high quality pictures of just that figure. And then we have one of the Gringotts goblins, I believe. I'm not exactly sure what his name is. I believe it's either Griphook or something like that. But he actually looks pretty good. He has some hair, and I'm not sure if that's a molded headpiece or it's just a molded hair piece. But either way, I will say I do prefer the molded head that we got in the Diagon Alley set and the Gringotts Bank from 2001. But still pretty cool looking figure, and I love that sort of Gryffindor. That is such an upgrade to the one that we saw in the Clock Tower set. Then 7 and 8 is Harry's Potter. James, and I'm not sure his mother's name. I think it's Mary or May or something that begins with an M. But his mother actually has a baby Harry swaddled up, and the father has the infamous photograph that we see throughout the films, the moving photo of Harry's parents together. So that's pretty cool to see them in minifigure form. I couldn't actually think of any other occasion where we'd actually see them in a set without them dying. I guess maybe you can put... they could have made a set with Harry's father bullying Snape as a child, but I don't think that would have sold well. But those are Harry's parents as minifigures. Very excited to get those. Those are probably 2 of my favorites. Very interesting choices. We're on the bottom 2 rows now, and we have number 9, who I'm not sure who that is. I'm assuming because of the ginger hair that might be a Weasley. I'm thinking the ice cream might belong to the ice cream parlor that's in Diagon Alley. But interesting looking fig. But we'll say, yeah, that's interesting for the side. And then we have figures 10 and 11, which is Fred and George, something that we've been waiting to get for a long time. They were only ever available in one set, the extremely expensive Diagon Alley from 2011. So it's amazing to see these two again. I'm not sure which is which, but one of them's got a briefcase and one of them's got the Marauders map. And it's actually a different piece to the one in that set that they released. They recently did a new printed tile. But great to see those two again. Not a fan of the hair pieces. I don't see a lot of... I'm not sure. It's just they look a bit out of place. They look, well, I mean, are obviously based off a specific scene, but hopefully they're coming with alternate hair pieces because that's what a few of the minifigures this series had. But great looking figs. I'm so happy to get new Fred and George's and having to not buy the $1 million worth Diagon Alley from 2011 now. Then we've got another one. We have Bellatrix Lestrange in her Azkaban getup. She's obviously got her black and white suit on, and she's got kind of her name board from, I guess, when they take those pictures of in Azkaban prison. But that's a bit of an unexpected figure, one that actually got revealed early on when the packaging got really leaked back in early 2020, late 2019. Weird figure, but cool nonetheless. And we're moving now to one of my favorite. I believe this is Kingsley Shacklebolt from the Order of the Phoenix, number 13. I've been wanting him for a long time. That's a figure that they've neglected to make, a key character that they've neglected to make for so long. Nice to finally see him in minifigure form. He's got this purple suit with some blue robes, and he's got a broom. Absolutely fantastic. He is one of the ones that I'm going to be searching for on day one. I'm so happy that they're finally making him. Then we've got another one in the range of I'm happy they finally made it with Moaning Myrtle, and she seems to come with Tom Riddle's diary. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think that might be the same one that we've got with the Dobby minifigure from the last wave. But she also has a support piece, which makes it look like she's floating, and I'm so happy that they made her. So thank you, LEGO, for finally making Moaning Myrtle and Kingsley Shacklebolt. And then we've got two characters that we've technically seen before, but they're new versions. We've got Professor Sprout and a Mandrake plant. This looks to be the Mandrake that we got in the Clock Tower set, or excuse me, the Astronomy Tower set. But hey, I'm so happy to see new pieces. It'll be easier if you want to get more Mandrakes. Instead of having to buy a second Astronomy Tower, you can just buy a few Pomona Sprouts. But she looks pretty great. Such a glow up from the 2011 version that was in the Hogwarts set. And then last but certainly not least, we've got Neville, and he comes with the Monster Book of Monsters, and that looks absolutely fantastic. Neville seems to be the only student minifigure that's in a uniform, which I'm a bit disappointed about. I would have loved to see some more Hufflepuff representation because, you know, Hufflepuff seems to be the ones that they represent the least. There's really no key characters in Hufflepuff, but we hardly see any representation. And before we go, I just want to talk about Luna Lovegood, and she actually comes with two hair pieces. She comes with the lion head and a regular hair piece. A bit of a weird figure. I feel like we've been seeing Luna a bit too much. Again, we need more Hufflepuff. I'm happy it's Ravenclaw character, but we need more Hufflepuff. I would have loved to see a Hufflepuff, but I mean, it's okay. It's a pretty interesting piece. And with that, I have to say I am pretty happy with what we've gotten in this wave. One big complaint is that there's no Gilderoy Lockhart. That's one of the few, that's my favorite character, who has been neglected way too many times in LEGO. I was praying that we could have at least seen him in this wave. Maybe this is just side 1 and side 2 has a whole bunch of other characters, but probably not. Disappointed, no Gilderoy Lockhart, but still a solid set. Probably the first characters I'm going to try to get are Dumbledore, Neville, Pomona Sprout, Kingsley Shacklebolt, and probably Harry's parents and Fred and George. Everyone else kind of looks fantastic, but those are my priorities because these are going to be, I can already imagine these are going to be hard to track down. I went to a few stores in the past days looking for the other minifigure waves that have happened since, and I haven't been able to find them. But yeah, that is the Harry Potter minifigure set for 2020 71028. I've talked for way too long. What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Leave a comment down below. I've been talking about minifigures for 10 minutes, and if you've been listening for 10 minutes, you might as well subscribe. You're the best. You're the best. Thanks for listening to this video. Another video coming soon. I hope to buy a case of these and unbox them all on camera. Thanks for watching. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.